Fancy that, Martha. What kind of people are we getting in this neighborhood?
They're not the first twin beds in this town, Lucy. That's what's wrong with it.
I was reading in a magazine where it's getting to be so married folks even sleep in different rooms.
They shouldn't print such things in magazines.
Life is getting to be so confusing nowadays.
Maybe it's Harrison's bonus.
What are you so nervous about?
Look at your... Lucy.
Hello, Miss Martha.
Hello, Jerry.
Hi, Miss Lucy.
How is it, Jerry?
Well, what's new?
Harrison here. I got a letter for him.
His bonus bonds.
Well, that's what they are, but he's got to sign for them in person.
Oh, we'll see that he gets them.
Yes, we will.
No, ma'am, that's against the rules.
Couldn't you wait? We're expecting him.
No, I can't. I got a bunch more of these to deliver.
I made you a cup of nice, hot tea.
With a nice roll and jam.
No, I can't. There's a lot of other fellas waiting for these bonuses. I'll try him here again, say about, 6:30.
He'll be here.
Yes, he will.
And I'll have my tea and rolls then.
Lucy?
Well, so long.
Goodbye, Jerry.
Yes, goodbye. It's coming true, Martha.
At last! With Harrison's bonus money, we can carry out our plan.
When we bought those 20 acres, who'd have thought it would be 11 years before we could make a park out of it?
But his bonus won't buy all this.
It will pay for the granite shaft, at least.
Sister, picture the day when the Ezra Gentry Park comes true and we dedicate it.
Oh, Arabella, look at that. Oh, just an old-fashioned girl, aren't you? Carolyn, they're here.
How many are there?
Oh, a whole lot of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 12. 12 pure white little snowballs. And, Oh. Well, you never can depend on chickens until they're hatched.
Oh, Harrison.
Yes, Carolyn?
Look,
What?
did you ever see that date before?
June 1st. Why, of course. Certainly I've seen it. Comes around about this time every year, doesn't it?
Don't you remember?
Remember what? June 1st? Why, certainly. Let's see. June 1st. Yeah. Oh, of course, I remember. June 1st. That's, what is it?
It's our anniversary.
Oh, that? Oh, of course I remember that. Why, Carolyn, you thought I didn't you? Oh, did I fool you? Oh, my. Our 5th anniversary, and we're going to celebrate tonight. Something elaborate, too.
Now, wait a minute. We can't afford it.
Oh, dear. Money is stubborn, isn't it? It takes years to make it understand how much you need it.
We might have a little 5th anniversary dinner, though.
Oh, a dinner? Would you like that?
Uh-huh.
That's what we'll have. No mite about it. We shall have it, of course. A nice big steak, huh?
No. Unfinished business
A
comes
steak
first.
with a lot of mustard dressing all
Here's
over
our
the top,
monthly statement.
and a lot of troubles in between. Where? Oh, my, $194. Why, that's $8 better than last month. Oh, well, this country is definitely on its feet.
Carolyn, if there are any telephone calls for Mr. Sam Smith, keep a record till further notice. That also applies to postcards.
I wonder what could have happened to Sam. He hasn't been like that for 6 months.
Well, I don't know.
Well, if we're going to celebrate, I guess I better do some marketing. What would you like for dinner?
Oh, I don't care, Carolyn.
How about a nice steak?
How about a nice steak?
That's what I say.
No, that's what I say.
With mustard sauce.
Oh, well, somebody told you.
Well, see you later. Yes.
Yeah. Sam, did you fall?
Well, you don't think I sat down here on purpose, do you?
Well, there's something funny about that chair. It seems to act like that every time that you have a drink. How do you feel?
Oh.
Oh, I know.
I got pigeons flying around inside my head. Yellow and green.
Yellow and green pigeons? Oh, my word, they're pretty rare, aren't they? Here, a little hangover fizz. You liked it before. It seemed to help you. Go on now. It could be worse. It could be spinach. All of it, every drop. That's the boy. That's the boy.
Oh.
Sam, you've been drinking again.
No, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I was going past the hotel bar.
But you changed your mind.
Precisely. Well, I saw a fella in there that works for the S&G oil people at the local field. Well, the more we drank, the more he revealed the innermost secrets of the S&G oil syndicate.
Sam, you're talking just like that spy. What was his name? Mata Hari.
Well, he told me that the oil field here in Gentry was going to bubble with oil. That means they're going to drill and drill and drill. That's where we come in.
How do you mean?
They'll need millions of feet of pipe.
Well, anyway, thousands.
Belts, bolts, nuts.
Don't forget engines.
Right? And pumps.
Of course. And you sold him all this?
Oh, what do you expect on 6 drinks?
But you're going to see him tomorrow.
Oh, no, they do their buying at Kansas City.
Well, who was this chap?
Oh, just the night watchman.
Oh. Oh. Well. That's the biggest order we didn't get since I've been in the business.
Harrison, I heard some of the boys got their bonus today. Did you get yours?
Well, Sam, if they really get...
Well, if I was getting a bonus, I'd be excited.
Oh, I'll be excited, all right, when they get here.
Harrison.
Hey, just be calm. Everything under control until Jerry gets here, huh? Yes, just like that. That's what I mean. That's what I say, yes. Dinner. Well, nothing like a good meal to settle the nerves. What do we have tonight, Lucy? Huh?
Harrison, you didn't consult us when you selected a wife?
No, darling, no. That was my little secret. I wanted to surprise you. Did I do wrong? Oh, no, no, no. Wait till you know Carolyn. Oh, she's a marvelous girl. Simply, doesn't that look good?
Where do you expect to live?
Oh, right here. Carolyn's always been crazy about this house.
Where are we going to live? On the farm?
Yes, won't that be wonderful? You've always loved it down there. Nice fresh air, nice fresh cows, nice fresh chicken, nice fresh eggs. Oh, my, we're going to envy you. Come, Martha, look, it'll all be cold. Sit down, Lucy.
I'm not hungry. Neither are you.
Not hungry? With meatloaf like this? Why, it's almost as good as Carolyn's.
If Carolyn Williams thinks she's going to get us out of our house, she's mistaken.
But it's not our house. Harrison owns it.
It's ours just the same. We live in it.
This means he will not buy the granite shaft.
He will by the time we get through with him.
Maybe I better faint right now.
No, wait until I give you the signal. It'll be this.
Supposing it doesn't work. Supposing he suspicions.
We've got something that will work.
What's the matter with you, Aunt Martha? And you, Aunt Lucy, are you worried about something? Don't you realize that in 2 jiffies, Jerry's going to be here and we're going to be the happiest people in the whole world?
Harrison.
Yes?
We must never forget. He was a great man.
Oh, of course. Certainly, I'll never forget that. Never. Who?
Your grandfather, Ezra Gentry.
Well, I should say he was a great man. The world's greatest. But then he was my grandfather. He just couldn't help it. You're not thinking of giving me this for a wedding present, are you?
This picture we'll never part with.
Oh, well, that's all I wanted to know, Aunt Martha. Just that.
Harrison, it's time we put up that granite shaft to his memory.
Oh, do you think so, Aunt Lucy? Well, why? Now, why a granite shaft? He didn't have such a good memory.
It's many years since he passed away.
Oh, well, I've nothing against a granite shaft. Don't misunderstand me. I just say, why to his memory? Oh, no, no, no. Let him have the granite shaft by all means. Will you ever forget the morning he came downstairs without his...
Harrison?
Without his memory?
You'd better go to Kansas City in the morning.
Why?
See Mr. Mason, have him start at once.
Who's Mason? Oh, the architect. Oh, the architect for the shaft. Yes, I could do that. I could get off on that early train. I'll do it. I will. We could... Well, how are we going to pay him?
You have plenty of money now.
You don't mean my bonus money?
Of course.
Yes.
Oh. Oh. No. Carolyn and I have very definite plans with that money.
Harrison.
I'm very sorry, Aunt Martha, but we've been engaged for 5 long years, and we are determined now to get married. What's happened? What's happened?
She's fainting.
Oh, dear.
She's having an attack.
Oh, my word.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
No, maybe I'll get some water.
Oh! Oh!
She's getting worse.
Oh, is she? Oh, I'll get a doctor.
Oh!
No, it'll only frighten her. She doesn't know she has these spells.
Well, Martha, what are we going to do?
Get her to bed.
Yes, here, let me help. Hasn't this happened once before?
Never as bad as this.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Oh!
Look here, what are you doing?
Dr. Martin.
She's better.
Oh, is she?
And as soon as she knows you're by the granite shaft, she'll be all right.
Oh, will she? Well, who'd you want? There's nobody here. I mean, goodbye. Oh, I have no idea, Martha. Well, I'll just go in now and tell Aunt Granite, yes. Oh. Now, Martha, listen to me. Nothing is going to interfere with our marriage. Nothing.
Harrison Gentry, do you remember when we bought the land for Gentry Park?
I certainly do. Martha! He's here! He's here! Lucy! He's here! Martha! Push! Oh, come on, Jerry, stop this nonsense. Where are they?
Sign here.
What do I sign? My name?
Yeah.
Harrison. G-E-N-T-R.
Hey! Come back.
What do you want?
Your bonus.
Oh!
Hey! Come back here.
What do you want?
The receipt.
Oh! Hey! Your pencil!
Gosh, that's funny. All the boys are acting that way.
It didn't work. Why didn't you bring up that other matter?
Don't worry. Wait until he gets home tonight.
Harrison,
Yeah?
what's the matter?
Why, nothing.
You don't seem like yourself this evening.
Don't I?
Surely you have nothing to worry about now. Or have you?
Oh, no. Well, yes. Yes and no. Mostly yes.
What is it?
Well, Carolyn, it's those aunts of mine. Would you believe it? They had my bonus money practically spent before it arrived. They want me to leave for Kansas City the first thing in the morning and buy that expensive granite shaft. And my business associate, Sam Smith, he feels that some of the money ought to go for some ideas of his. And coming through this town tonight, 6 different people told me 6 different things that I ought to do with that money. There's only one thing I want to do with that money, and that's get married.
Well, why can't we?
Well, my aunts, in talking about the bonus tonight, I told them that I wanted to get married, and, well, Aunt Lucy suddenly had a heart attack.
Maybe it was because they didn't have their own way.
Carolyn, do you know sometimes I think I give in to them too much?
That's just it, Harrison. You do. You've spoiled them. And it's about time they began to think a little of your happiness.
It certainly is. It certainly is. It certainly is. I'll never do it, though, until you do something about it.
Not me, Harrison. You.
Who? Me? Yes. Well, that's what I say. I mean, until I do something. I ought to do it pretty soon, too. I ought to do it right now. By Jove, I will. You know, I'm beginning to feel like a changed man already. It's revolt. That's what it is, Carolyn. It's revolt. Kansas City. Granite shafts. My bonus. I'll tell them. You bet I'll tell them. I'll tell the both of them.
Why, Harrison.
Why not do it right now?
Why, Harrison.
While the revolt is good, huh?
Why, Harrison.
That's what I'll do.
Why, Harrison. Oh, but Harrison.
Yes?
Won't you finish your cake?
I'd like to, Carolyn, but revolt comes first.
Why, Sam.
So you're going to get married at last.
That's right.
That bonus is a lot to answer for.
No.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a sour old bachelor. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sam.
Yes, Harrison's a fine fellow, when he's allowed to do his own thinking.
Well, there's none of us perfect. Certainly he has faults. We all have.
Well, sometimes I wish he'd break away from those two ants.
Well, that's all changed now. Harrison's really found himself. He's full of revolt.
It's about time.
You should have seen him last night. You'd have been proud of him, Sam. Just as soon as his bonus bonds arrived, his aunts had the money all spent for him. They wanted him to go to Kansas City and buy some kind of a monument so they could open up Gentry Park. But they soon found out the stuff he's really made of. He's not going, and he told them so.
Well, Carolyn.
Leaving town, Harrison?
Oh, no, just a little kind of a trip.
Kansas City?
No, who told you?
When you get there, drop in on the S&G oil people.
Do they sell granite shafts?
Well?
I had a long talk with my aunts last night, Carolyn, and I told them exactly what I intended to do.
But you're going to Kansas City.
Well, they have a note of mine for $1,500. Has something to do with Gentry Park, you know.
Yes, that monument.
The monument,
I know.
that's exactly right, the monument. Seems that I signed the thing some time ago, gave the store security, and never realized for 1 minute.
And now they want their money or the monument.
And they're going to get it or carry it into court.
Oh. But don't they realize that all these years you've given them a home and money?
Well, they pointed out that anything I've given them was my own pleasure and had no legal significance.
I wish I'd have been there. I'd have told them what I think of them.
Oh. You should have seen them spring when I quoted you a couple of times. Oh, no, I'm very glad you weren't there.
Don't you worry. We'll find a way to get them the money.
Oh, I know, but where?
I'll help you. Harrison, you go to Kansas City. Get them their old monument. Hurry back home and we'll sit down and figure the whole thing out.
But you know that I don't want to go to Kansas City. I'd much rather go to Niagara Falls.
We will someday.
Yes, if it's still there. It's that train, dear. No, just make a guess. Goodbye, dear. I'll only be gone a couple of days. I'll send you a telegram as soon as I get there and a postcard every morning. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Darling. Goodbye. Oh, my word, I'll never make it.
Oh, Harrison, your hat.
Oh, thanks, darling. Goodbye.
Oh, Harrison.
What is it?
Come back here.
What for?
Sit down and count 10.
Why?
You'll have bad luck.
Oh, well, would that be bad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Goodbye, darling. Goodbye. That's mine. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye.
Your print, Mr. Spencer?
He's busy closing a deal.
Oh.
Mr. Spencer, the fact that you owe the government over $16,000. And you've made no attempts whatever to make any payments in the past year.
You can't draw blood out of a turnip, Inspector. I'm broke. My general manager here will confirm that.
I'm afraid he's right. Both you and Mr. Gilbert are acquainted with the manner in which the government is forced to handle corporations that don't pay their taxes. Now, I've extended you every courtesy. We feel we've been very lenient.
You know any new knock-knocks?
You're in a big city, mister. We quit playing those during the Hoover administration.
Oh, you don't play them anymore? Oh, huh. We got a knock-knock club down home. What's your name?
What's that got to do with it?
Oh, you never know now. What's your name?
Oh, will you stop?
Oh, go ahead. Tell me. What's your name?
All right, Clara.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Clara?
Clara who?
You Clara if I go in now? What did I tell you? Mr. Spencer, how do you do?
No, thanks.
They examine our books, we're sunk.
Yeah. They're liable to find out we're an oil company with no oil.
Mr. Harrison Gentry.
Who is this fellow?
I've no idea.
Oh, better get rid of him. Send him in. That's my name.
Oh,
What do you want?
well, what I have to say is confidential.
Well, go right ahead. This is my general manager.
Hit your chin. Gentlemen, I happen to know all about you. I guess you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
The secret you're keeping from the public.
We might make you prove that.
It's a filthy libel.
Well, I only found it out just by chance. I'm not going to say a word about it.
Oh, see that you don't, or we'll file suit.
Oh, it's true then. It's true. You are going to buy millions of feet of pipe and all the equipment?
Huh?
Well, I'm afraid he's found us out.
Gentlemen, I just wanted you to know that I am prepared to sell all the necessary supplies, and I'm very anxious to take your orders.
Oh, you're a smart salesman.
Thank you. I have that reputation.
But unfortunately, we purchase our supplies only from our stockholders. Goodbye.
Oh. Oh. Well, gentlemen, I'm a man of vision, and I happen to know that the S&G oil field is going to bubble with oil.
Who told you?
Oh, never mind. I found out. You're going to hit your chin now. That's the second time I told you. Why don't you move? And I'm like all the other big oil operators. I believe in buying the oil stock first before you strike the oil.
Have a chair, Mr. Gentry.
Gentry.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Gentry.
Thank you.
Have a cigar, Mr. Gentry.
Gentry, that's the second time I told you, and I don't smoke.
Yes, oil is a great industry. Hundreds of us have made our fortunes in it. Hey, Gilbert?
We certainly have.
What did you have in mind?
Well, I'm anxious to become one of your stockholders. Oh, I have the best references.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. We don't want our stock in the hands of speculators. How many shares can we let him have?
Now, remember, Mr. Spencer, we can only sell so much to a customer.
Well, that's right. How much have you got? Don't make the figure too big.
Well, I have $1,100.
What?
Is that too much?
1,100. Odd amount.
My bonus money.
Oh, an ex-soldier, eh?
Yes, and I'm the treasurer of the American Legion Post down home.
That'll be 1,100, please.
This is mine.
Yeah.
And that's yours.
Uh-huh. American Legion. What town was that?
That's Gentry, Oklahoma.
Oh, same name as yours.
Yes.
I suppose all you boys got your bonus?
Yes. Oh, yes, we all got it.
Sounds like a nice place.
Yes. Well, we've got great plans for our Gentry field.
Gentry, that's the third time for you. And the fourth for you, be careful.
Remind me to run down there in a day or two. I may look you up.
Oh, really? Well, as you come into Gentry...
Well, goodbye. Always glad to make a new friend.
Thank you. Mr. Spencer, you wouldn't call this gambling, would you?
Not by the widest stretch of the imagination. It's a sure thing.
That's what I've always said. It's never gambling when you're sure. It's only gambling when you're guessing. Yes. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And don't forget, now that I'm a stockholder, I expect a great big order. A great big one. Oh, now, what did I tell you? Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. We've both been wrong, Gilbert.
What do you mean?
There is a Santa Claus, and we're going to run down and visit the old fellow. He lives in Gentry, Oklahoma. I'd like to order more pie from you boys, but unfortunately, I've sort of committed myself to the dealers in Kansas City.
Well, $2,600 is a very substantial sum.
Shall we send the bill to your Kansas City office?
Certainly not. They call me C.O.D. Spencer. Collins, my foreman out of the field, will give you a check every time you deliver materials. That's how I like to do business.
Me too.
Me too.
Well, you know where to deliver everything.
Oh, I know every foot of that oil field. You see, it's just north of some property owned by my aunts, Gentry Park.
Well, thank you for your cooperation.
Not at all, Mr. Spencer. And any time that you feel we can be of any service, you let us know, and pronto.
Thank you. Well, I think I'll run over to the First National Bank and see my partner, Mr. Gilbert, about ordering some lumber.
Lumber? Oh, I hope you're not going out of this town for lumber. Why, Mr. Spencer, we have one of the finest up-and-coming lumber yards, this side of Kansas City.
So, reliable firm?
Reliable? Reliable. Pete Winton's own lumber yard, and he's the commander of our post.
Oh, that's that athletic club you're treasurer of.
Yeah. Athletic club, it's the American Legion.
American Legion?
Of course, don't you remember? I told you in the office that I was the treasurer. The American Legion.
Well, are these boys interested in business and civic affairs?
They are the biggest businessmen in this district. Mr. Spencer, the American Legion has made Gentry everything that it is today.
Well...
Yes, sir.
Well, why not distribute our business around town? Why not give it to them?
Well, why not?
Well, why not?
Why not? Well, have you a list of them?
Oh, yeah, your list. Yeah, Oh, you have the list right there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, here, not at all. You keep that. Maybe you could use it.
Well, thanks. I could use it. Always like to favor the boys who went overseas.
And Mr. Spencer, I'm for anything that'll help my friends.
Huh. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, that was a humdinger of an order. So you're an oil magnate.
And, Sam, nobody is more surprised than I am. I simply went in their office to find out what they were like. And I wasn't there more than 5 minutes when I found out something. I found out that they only buy their oil supplies from their stockholders. That shows you how smart they are.
Well, how about the granite shaft?
Oh.
How did your aunts take that?
Oh, they're simply furious, Sam. But what could I do? When I get to Kansas City, I find the monument company has gone out of business, and I can't locate this architect Mason anywhere. Oh, no, my aunts will just have to go on and begin all over with me, that's all.
All right. Are you sure you have the delivery directions?
Yes, sir. We'll have some of that lumber out there tomorrow.
I can depend on that.
Mr. Winton's talking with the mill now. We won't disappoint you.
Well, here's Mr. Gentry's stock certificate.
What?
You forgot to give them to him.
So I did. Well, we'll drop by his place on the way back.
I know you gentlemen are in a hurry. I'll see if I can hustle up Mr. Winton.
Thank you.
How's the credit, Harrison? COD? Well, you couldn't ask for any more than that.
Hey, Pete.
Oh, just a minute, Harrison.
Gentry bought some of their stock. A big bunch of it. Must be pretty good, eh?
I'll find out. Oh, I want to ask you something.
Have you bought any Spencer and Gilbert stock?
Well, yes, Pete. Yes, as a matter of fact, I did buy some of the S&G oil stock. Bought it with my bonus money. Pete, keep this sort of confidential, you know what I mean?
Well, thanks, Harrison. I won't say a word. Well, if Harrison Gentry bought S&G stock, it must be good. He's a conservative guy.
Darn conservative.
I'm going to get in on this.
Me too.
Yes, I heard that Harrison had some of your stock. Is it too late for me to get some?
I think we can arrange it.
Your target bought stock. He said Gentry told him he couldn't lose. I'm going to get in on it.
I'll take 1,000 shares of it, Mr. Spencer, if you let me have them.
Listen, Bob. Every man in this neighborhood has been buying that stock. What a fine chump you'll be if you don't get in on it.
I know it's a little late, but can't you give me 15 minutes? It'll be a big favor, Mr. Spencer, if you can do it.
Happened to this stock?
Sure. Just make it all my
Hello, Harrison.
Hello, Charlie. Hello, George.
Hello, Harrison.
Say, this town certainly owes you a lot of thanks.
Oh.
We were out the well yesterday, and they're down about 5,000 feet.
5,000. Isn't it wonderful? Things look good, don't they? Don't they?
It won't be long now before we'll all be cashing dividend checks.
Did you look at the corings?
No.
Oh, you should have done that. They're wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Say, and besides, the S&G company are starting a big boom in Gentry. They're going places, Harrison. This whole town's going places, and we know who to thank for it, too.
Who? Oh, come on. You fellows are putting it on a bit thick, aren't you? You can't fool me, you know.
Well, so long, Harrison.
So long, man.
Come on.
So long.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Tom.
Hi.
How are things going?
Not so good. The bit twisted off at 1,000 feet. We made about 6 round trips, but we couldn't get a hold of it.
Uh-huh. This looks like an excellent time to stop drilling.
The information get around that you're down 6,000 feet and didn't hit oil. You've been ordered to abandon the well. Understand?
I'm way ahead of you.
Get out of town with your men as soon as you can and report to us at the office.
We'll be on our way to Kansas City this afternoon. Herb and I have to write the words and music to the S&G Swan song.
Everybody in Gentry's getting letters from the S&G Oil Company. Maybe it's dividend checks. Wish I'd have bought some of that stock.
Oh, dissolve the company? We'll see about that. They can't do this to me.
But, Dad, I can't understand why you put so much money into the stock.
Well, I thought with Harrison in the deal it was safe.
I'll speak to him. I'm sure it wasn't his fault.
Oh, I see. Well, keep after the call, will you, please? And I'll talk to Mr. Gilbert or Mr. Spencer. Yes. Yeah. And operator, call me up about every half hour, will you, please? Yeah.
We formed a committee and appointed you chairman. He got us into this, and if he knows what's good for him, he'll get us out of it.
And give it to him good and strong.
I waited 18 years for my bonus, and I don't intend to get gypped out of it. They took every cent I had, and it's all his fault.
And we're not getting anywhere standing out here gabbing about it either.
All right, let's go in and see him, boys.
Come on.
Tell him.
Hello, fellas. Hello. Did you hear? You know what's happened? Have you been out there to the well?
Cut out that stuff.
What stuff?
I'd like to sock you right on the nose.
Just a minute, Johnny. If I'm to be spokesman of this committee, I'll do the talking.
All right, but I'd like to do it just the same.
What about that?
Why, Pete, I got the same thing right here.
I know you did, but what about it?
Well, I don't know. I can't understand it. The last reports were wonderful. Why, it's terrible, Pete.
You bet it is. Why didn't you find that out before you told us to buy the stock?
Well, I didn't tell you to buy stock.
I expect you'll be telling me that Spencer and his partner are my friends. And I introduced them to you.
Oh, no.
You brought these crooks into town, introduced them all around.
Well, I didn't know they were crooks. I thought they were on the level. I was just trying to throw business your way. I wasn't interested in selling oil stock.
I lost $320.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're in with them.
What we ought to do is run you out of town. And maybe we will before we get through with you.
Wait a minute. Take it easy. Don't get excited. We got to look into this. I don't see why I should get all the blame. After all, this isn't the first oil well.
Wait a minute. There's no use of our wasting any more time talking with you. You got us into this, and you'll get us out of it if you know what's good for you. Well, what do you intend to do?
I don't know right now.
Well, we do. We're going over to Judge Crockett's office and get his advice.
That's a good idea. I'll go along, too.
Say, listen, we've had enough of you. You've double-crossed every friend you ever had in this town. Come on.
Let's see.
What does he say that?
Double-crossed every friend. Why, Carolyn, how could they say a thing like that?
Well, it's been a terrible day. They're all excited.
But how could they say a thing like that?
Well, they've all lost all their money, and...
Well, Carolyn, you don't think that I'm to blame, do you?
I'm trying awfully hard not to, Harrison.
Oh, hello, Fred. Did you hear what happened? Did you get one of the letters? Hello, Miss Frampton. How do you do, Mrs. Fenner? Have you heard about the well? There isn't any oil. Did you buy any of the stock?
Did we?
Oh, isn't that a shame? Is Sam upstairs? Why, Sam, what's the matter?
I'm a sick man, Harrison.
You got a fever?
Yeah, oil fever.
Oh. Oh, you got one of these, did you?
I certainly did.
Sam, this has been a terrible day, terrible. The people won't speak to me. Why, even Carolyn seems to think...
I know exactly how they feel.
You bought some of this stuff, too, eh?
I certainly did.
How much did you put into it?
$1,800.
Oh, Sam, I can't believe it.
I can't forget it. Even the old cure doesn't seem to have any effect on me. Here, what's the matter with you? You look as if you had oil fever.
Oh, nothing. Just left the shop. All the fellows are over there. They're all pretty sore. They seem to think I had double-crossed every friend I've had.
Now, look here. Who said that? Now, come on. Who said it?
Well, you couldn't tell who said it. They were all talking at once.
Well, they better be very careful what they say about you. That's all I've got to say. No, sir. You are no crook, Harrison, even though you are not very bright.
I know it. Who isn't? Oh, well, perhaps you're right, Sam.
Now, this calls for a little drink.
For me? Oh. Isn't this alcoholic?
Well, not altogether. You see, there's a little corn in it, a little barley, and a little water.
Oh, barley water. Oh, yes.
Well, here's to better days.
Yeah, when? Oh, Sam, that went right to my tonsils.
Well, it won't stay there very long.
Look here, old man, look here now. You've got to get dressed. We've got to get out of here. We've got to do something about this mess.
Harrison, you're right.
Sam, do you mind if I pour myself another one of these things?
Oh, no, go right ahead.
I think you could sell a lot of this if people knew more about it. Where'd you get it?
Scotland.
Can we get another bottle?
Well, I'm afraid we can't make Europe this year.
Oh. Sort of warms you, doesn't it?
You'll find it always.
Sam?
Yeah?
Don't you think that was a very strange letter for us to get from the S&G Oil Company?
Well, I think they're very strange people. And let me tell you that I don't think very much of your friend, Mr. Gilbert.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't think so much of your friend, Mr. Spencer. Sam?
Yep.
I'm getting suspicious.
So am I.
I'm getting very suspicious.
So am I.
Let's get good and suspicious.
So am I.
You know, we got to do something.
I'll tell you what we ought to do with those two birds.
What?
We ought to investigate them.
Investigate?
Yes, sir. And my pal Cliff Spaulding is the boy to get hold of.
Where?
In Osley, Texas. Now, he's been writing to me about a machine he's invented that locates oil as easy as a setter dog locates a bird. Now, we'll get him here and maybe save something from the wreckage. Harrison, we'll send him a telegram.
Why didn't you say so? That was the point. We've got to do something. We want action. We've got to get after him. Come on.
Very good.
Come on. Action.
Yes. Come in.
Nobody there?
Strange. Attaboy. Take it easy.
Hello, Sarah, old girl. How are you?
Sir.
Sarah, old girl.
Evening, Carolyn.
Hello, Frank and Eddie.
How's the business?
Not very good. People aren't coming in so often anymore.
That's too bad. There's something we want to ask you. Did Harrison keep the Legion books around here?
Yes, why?
Well, the boys sort of had a special election last night, and I gotta have the books. I'm the new treasurer.
Oh, I see. But Harrison's still a member, isn't he? Well, isn't that being a little drastic?
Well, the boys didn't seem to think so, seeing that he left town and no one can find him.
But he'll be back.
Yes, but he's been gone 2 weeks already. And people around town are of the opinion that he isn't coming back.
Well, if Harrison left town for 2 weeks, he must have a very good reason for it. And it would be well for the people of this town to remember that he lost all his money, too. Here are your books.
Sam, we might just as well have hired a gypsy fortune teller. That electrical gadget up there is doing the same kind of guesswork.
Now, take it easy.
How can you take it easy? 1 minute it says you're a millionaire, and the next minute it says you're living on the county.
Now, listen, I've told you a dozen times that Spaulding is one of the best geologists in the country.
I don't care what he is. He ought to be a... Excuse me, Sam, I'm sorry, really, but I'm getting so worried about granite shafts and oil fields and Spencers and Gilberts that I'm losing my sense of humor.
Gentry.
Yes, sir, yes.
According to the Corps records, they've gone down about 980 feet.
He means 9,080 feet.
No, 980. They didn't even get through the gumbo.
Oh, no, 9,000. The last report we got there was 6,000. 980. 980? Why, it wouldn't take in all that money just to go down 980 feet, would it?
Definitely not.
But I tell you, Sam, something strange.
It shouldn't have cost over $15,000.
But I tell you, Sam, something strange. Those men are crooks, aren't they?
Well,
They're
I don't...
crooks, aren't
well,
they?
I don't
They're
know.
crooks, aren't
Well,
they?
it does seem peculiar,
Well,
yes.
what are you going to do about it?
Harrison,
What?
he's trying to help us.
Oh, excuse me, of course, Mr. Spaulding. I'm sorry. All this is a mess. You don't know. They've spent every
I don't want to
cent.
be too encouraging, Gentry, but from my observation, I feel that there are possibilities here.
Right here in this
Yes.
oil field, huh? Why couldn't we keep on digging in the well?
No, the well's no good.
Oh.
But I'd like to stick around here a little while longer.
What for?
I'd like to find the dome of the structure, and then I can tell you where you can dig for your best well. It seems to me that the structure is inclined in that direction there. Say, who owns that property there?
Right over there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's Gentry Park.
Will I see you in the morning?
See me, I'll pick you up.
Well, good night.
Yeah. Crooks, Sam.
What?
They're crooks. They're crooks. Yes, Sam, no matter how we do it, we've got to get back to Gentry tonight. I'm leaving for Kansas City on the first train out of here.
We're licked, Harrison.
Not me.
Why don't you give it up? You're only butting your head against a stone wall, like you did against that door.
With me, it's sink or swim, do or die, day and night. Day and night detective agency? Oh, Captain Joseph Richards? Oh, Captain, I don't know if you'd remember me, but I was in your company in France. And then, you remember when you got in that trouble in Paris? I forgot that. Yeah, well, my name is Gentry. G-E-N.
Oh, Harrison Gentry. How are you?
Well, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah. Well, Captain, here's what I want you to do for me.
Well, you can stay here if you want to, but I'm getting out of the country.
Try to get out with the income tax we owe.
If we stick around here, we'll both land in the penitentiary.
Quit crying, will you? I'm as worried as you are, but not as yellow.
Listen, Spencer.
Oh, hello, Harry.
How do you do, Mr. Spencer? How do you do, Mr. Gilman?
Oh, what's the idea? Surprise?
Oh, no. I thought if you had a few minutes, you might discuss this oil deal in Gentry with me. I've come up to see if I could get back some of the money.
Huh?
Fall in! Right, Rich! Front! Spencer, the people of Gentry want their money back.
Oh, I'm disappointed. I thought you were here to serenade us. Looks like a double quartet.
Where's the money?
You received our report. We accounted for it. We spent it on drilling.
You went down 980 feet. Oh, I know that desk is full of a lot of phony bills. I'm not interested in them. I want the money that you stole from us.
Try and find it.
I will. And it'll take us just about 2 minutes. Shut! Fix bayonets. Advance and prod 'em. Now, it ought to take about you 3 men for this detail. So pin 'em there. Prod 'em and keep prodding 'em. Richards, take your men and search this office.
Yes, sir.
Demolition squad, advance on safe. George, get over here on this bookcase. Now, fellas, I want you to get that safe open no matter how you do it. Get everything out of the bookcase, examine every book, rip up the carpet if necessary. Keep on prodding these babies, keep on. How about this desk? You find anything? Keep at it. Don't overlook anything at all. Right in there, that's the boy. How about these panels, Sam? I want them all examined very carefully. You never know. How's the safe coming?
Ready to go.
Careful, everybody, careful. Let her go. That's it. Get this fellow Spencer, boys. Get him around behind that desk. Now, sign that.
What's that for?
That's a voluntary statement from you, turning over to me all the money and all the properties in your oil transaction in Gentry.
I won't sign it.
Come on, boys, get him to change his mind. Let me tell you something, Spencer. This is what is known as a 0 hour for you.
You'll hear more about this.
Yeah? But the district attorney will be on my side.
Harrison, here's the money.
Well, that's what I've been waiting to hear. Thank you, at ease. Boys, I can't tell you how much I appreciate. Ah!
There's 1,000 there,
1,000?
and 1,000 there.
1,000. And there's 870 here. That makes $68,870, and about $1,500 I have right in here. That'll bring it up to $70,370.
That's about 58 cents on the dollar.
Is it? 58? 58, it is. Just about that. Well, that's the best I can do, Sam, and I think those fellows are going to be very, very glad to get that much back.
I wonder.
Now, Carolyn, I tell you what I'd like you to do. If it takes all day and all night, get a list of the American Legion members, find out how much stock each member bought, and divide that money up proportionately.
Carolyn, you'll do nothing of the kind. Now, if you start giving the people around here 58 cents on the dollar, we'll find ourselves in jail while they're figuring out what you've done with the rest of it. Now, we've worked out a new plan, Harrison, and you've got to come in on it.
And we're all ready to start.
Not to drill another oil well.
Definitely yes.
Definitely no.
Don't listen to him, Clip. You do the talking this time.
I've got about $40,000 of my own. I'll need about 50,000 more.
Oh, just 50,000. Just 50,000, yeah. Well, where would I get 50,000? No, I'm very sorry. I'm not going to touch any of this. Every penny of it is going back where it belongs, to my pals.
Your pals. Do you know what the people in this town have done to you since you've been gone?
Well, whatever it is, I don't blame them. They've been excited. They've lost a lot of money. I don't care what they've done.
You don't care that they've been boycotting your store?
What?
And that they say you skipped out of town with some of the money?
They wouldn't dare.
And you don't care that you're no longer a member of the city council?
And anyway, even if you do give them back 58 cents on the dollar, they're still going to say that you stole the rest of the money.
Where is this property you're so interested in?
Well, you remember that section you pointed out to me.
Gentry Park?
Yes.
There isn't going to be any Gentry Park. I fixed that. Your aunt's lawyers wrote demanding that you improve the park. And I wrote him an insulting letter, telling him you'd have no part of it. And I signed your name to it. He just telephoned 10 minutes ago. They're on their way over here now to have it out with you.
Your aunts are here with their lawyer.
Excuse me, fellas. Will you go on?
Certainly.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning. Good morning, Aunt Lucy. Good morning, Aunt Martha. Well, Judge, I guess you and I will have to carry on the conversation.
That's the way your aunts want it.
Will you ask my aunts to be seated?
Will be seated.
Judge.
Oh. According to this letter you sent me on the 19th instant, referring to mine of the 17th ultimo, you refuse to give any financial help in creating Gentry Park. Your aunts want to know if that's final.
Will you tell my aunts, please, that it is definitely final?
He wants me to tell you it's definitely final.
Ask him the other question.
Since there's no longer any hope for Gentry Park, your aunts feel that the least you could do is to take the property off their hands.
Say! Well, what is their proposition?
They want $1,500 in cash. They'll cancel the note they hold against you. You to give them a clear deed to the house they're living in. In turn, they'll transfer to you the entire 20 acres.
Will you ask my aunts that if they're quite sure that they know what they're doing?
He wants to know if you're sure you know what you're doing.
Tell him we always know what we're doing, and tell him we feel we're being very lenient.
In that case, if I'm prepared to call it a deal, are my aunts prepared to accept?
He wants to know if he's prepared to call it a deal, are you prepared to accept?
I bet they'll never accept.
We accept.
We accept.
Carolyn! You pardon me, I was just calling Carolyn. She'll draw up the agreement it'll be necessary for my aunts to sign. I have here the first requirement. The money for my note. There is $1,500. That's $750 apiece, ladies.
100, 200, 300, 400.
Judge, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your cooperation in this case.
You're welcome, Harrison.
Very, very kind indeed.
And you've made the ladies very, very happy.
Oh. Carolyn, Sam, Mr. Spaulding. What do you think? What do you think has happened? My aunts insisted that I buy Gentry Park.
What did you do?
I did.
Oh.
Fine.
Second the motion.
Well, Gentry, all we need is your permission, and we can start drilling in a couple days. What do you say?
Yes.
Great. Come on, Sam.
Just think. Isn't it marvelous? Oh.
Maybe now you can pay all your friends back and give them an income besides.
Maybe. Oh, maybe I should have gotten a written guarantee from Spaulding that there is oil in that park. Spaulding!
Here he is. Hello, Harrison. This is Pete Winton. Just thought I'd tip you off. Some of the boys are on their way over to your office. They want to see you. That's right. You'd better talk to them. Yeah, we all got our stock in your new oil well yesterday, but that doesn't settle everything. Well, you'd better talk to the boys. They want to straighten out a couple of things with you.
I'm not interested. I don't want to see them. Oh, is that so? Well, you get this. We didn't get it straight. They needn't come up here, any one of them, because I won't let them in. Now, I'll lock the doors right now. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Eddie. Fred? Frank? Well, you want to see me? Oh. Oh, what can I do for you? What do you want? Oh, you want me to accompany you? Oh, well, I'll get my hat. Well, gentlemen, there's some misunderstanding here. Now, really, no violence now, gentlemen, no violence. This tar and feathers, you understand, is pretty terrible. Lynching, you understand, that's against the law, and so is hanging.
We would know about that. We never studied law.
Oh.
Come on, get in.
Well, really, fellas, I ought to have my hat.
Never mind your hat now. Come on, get in.
Wait a minute! I know. If this is the end, I'll go like a man. Well, go like a man.
Harrison, this is all for you.
Yes, I know. But did you have to dress up for it?
Would make good.
For me.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are dedicating what may be the greatest oil field in this country. And at the same time, we are proud to honor the man who has made it all possible, Harrison Gentry. And in appreciation of his untiring efforts on our behalf, we have elected him the new commander of Gentry Post number 1 of the American Legion. All right.
My, you certainly look sweet today. Crazy about that little hat. You going to marry me?